I have a story of you guys, and this is what started my business 7 years ago. And I had an idea, and I remember it clear as day texting my boyfriend at the time, who's now my husband, saying, I've got an idea. And I ended up calling him on my lunch break at work. And I was literally just like this, like sitting on the steps at work on my lunch break saying, I have this idea. I want to start a YouTube channel. And I was so excited. I was going to talk about paying off debt and money stuff. And I was like, this is amazing. You're techie. You actually edit videos for work because you worked at a church at the time. You edit videos. You can help me. You can edit. You can do all this, the techie stuff, the lighting, the back end stuff for me. Let's do it. And he was like, yeah, if you want to do that, sure, I guess. But if you're going to do it, it's on you, and I'm not going to be able to help you with anything. And I remember just sitting there and the tears just started rolling down my eyes and going down my face. And I was thinking to my head self, he doesn't believe in me. It's he doesn't think I can do it. And I really had to have that moment with myself and saying, you know what? Whether he believes in me or not, and the reasons that he gave me for not wanting to help is he wanted it to be my thing and not our thing, but he wanted it to be a passion project for myself. And so I was like, you know what? All right, I'm going to do it. And so I sat down and I said, okay, I have three goals for this. I have three goals for this new YouTube channel. And number one, I wanted to change my financial future. That was the whole point of starting and documenting my YouTube journey and paying off debt and all of that. So I wanted to change my financial future. Number two, I wanted to do something I was proud of. And I had some really embarrassing stuff happen to me financially and car repossessed and just kind of dead end jobs and just wasn't proud of too much in my life. And then I also wanted to help people. I wanted to help people that were going through things and going through struggles that I was and saying, okay, like let's do it together. Let's get through this and let's do it together. And I remember thinking, I'm going all in, all in. And I don't care if anyone believes if I can do it or not. So put yes in the chat if you've been there. Give me a yes if you felt the same way. Give me a yes if you feel I'm at a breaking point. Or say yes, I'm so annoyed with living paycheck to paycheck and not having any extra money. Put yes in the chat. You can barely pay daycare. Yes, I want something that has to change. And I honestly don't care what people think. I'm over it. I'm caring about what people think. I'm caring about what my family thinks or my coworkers think or anything like that. And honestly, I'm kind of tired of what I think. And the person in the back of my head thinks that I'm ready to make that change and to push those voices to the back of my head. Yes, I love it. Deborah, yes, Deborah, you are pumped. Yes, yes, yes. Andy, Alana, yes. Cherie, Tammy, yes. Robin, you guys are, I'm so excited. All right, we're going to have fun tonight. So, my desired result, your desired result, the desired result for tonight, the ultimate goal is to help you guys create a profitable business. So, if you don't know me, my name is Kelly Ann Smith, and I live in South Florida, as you guys know. And I'm going to show you the exact strategy that I use to create this online business and how to do it a lot faster than I did. I took 7 years to get to where I am now. And I honestly believe if I had this framework, if I had this laid out for me when I first started, I would have gone so much faster. So I'm going to show you the next 60 minutes how you're going to learn the exact strategy that I used, how to create a online business that's profitable, multiple streams of income, so that you can let go of the fear, the frustration of knowing if it's going to make money or not, and doing it all without having to leave the kids at home, without having to go and Uber, get a second job, deliver pizzas, wait tables, anything like that, have an inventory of products, but do it all from your home and not an MLM or anything like that, but an online business that all you need is an internet connection. I'm going to Mexico on vacation a couple months, and I may work a little bit and all I need is my laptop and Wi-Fi, and that's amazing. And I can do my whole business right from anywhere in the world. As long as I have internet and my computer, I'm good to go, which is amazing. It's so cool. So you might be thinking, do I have skills? Am I qualified? What's the difference between a side hustle and a business? Where do I even start? We're going to go over all of that tonight. So I will be there to guide you, to give you the knowledge to take the next step and the next step and the next step, and give you my step by step framework. But most importantly, I'm going to help you make money because that's why we're here, right? And when we can make money, it so often helps relieve that stress that we have. And our goal is not to get rich and wealthy and, travel and live on private islands and do all this stuff and live this crazy luxurious life, as much as that would be nice. My ultimate goal for myself, and I hope for a lot of you as well, is just to not have to worry about where the money's going to come from, not have to worry about, you get a $5,000 bill randomly on your house or a pet bill or your kid's bill or whatever, and just being like, okay, that sucks, but we can pay it. And having that healthy view of money and that healthy relationship with money and not have to stress and stress and stress. So that's our ultimate goal here. So during this masterclass, you're going to learn two things. We're going to keep it simple tonight. One, how to figure out the unique skills that you have so that you can start your own online business, and how on earth you're going to make money from it. So those are the two things that we're going to master tonight. So put the distractions away. I know we're so guilty of having all the tabs open. Shut down all the tabs, grab a notebook, take some notes, or open up a Google Doc, take some notes, put your phone on do not disturb, and we're gonna have fun and have some giveaways as well, which is awesome. So put in the chat as well. How are you feeling about 2023 so far? We're a month and a half in, 2.5 months in. So put which number in the chat you are. Number one, I'm stressed about money, paying bills, inflation, the recession. Number two, I'm excited to start something new. Or number three, I'm ready to put my fears aside and chase my dreams. And you can be more than one of these. So put which number you are in the chat. I'm also getting over a cold, so my voice goes in and out a little bit. I apologize. All right. We got one and two, three, one and three, two and three, two, two, one and two, one, two, and three, one, two, three, maybe three. I love it. All right. I like knowing where we're at, but I'm excited and I hope that you're excited as well. So a little bit about my story. When I first started my YouTube channel, I was completely on my own. I had no clue what I was doing. I didn't have anyone to ask questions to. And I remember just being so excited about my YouTube channel, but also so confused of what is all these terms? What are these things? I want to do so much more with my YouTube channel, but I have nowhere to start, nowhere to go to. I saw these like big names on YouTube and I was like, I want to reach out to them, but I have 2 subscribers. I have 50 subscribers. I have 1,000 subscribers, and they have a bajillion more subscribers than I do. And I had no one that I could reach out to. I had no friends that were doing YouTube. I had no clue of anyone in my personal or real life that was doing an online business like this. And that was really, really hard of not having anyone to go to ask those questions. It was lonely. And when I first started my business, I was awkward. I did a reaction video to my first video a couple months ago on YouTube. And in a 6-minute video, I said, 45 times. And yeah, it was awkward. And so when I first started this YouTube channel, like I said, I was awkward. I didn't know anyone else. I didn't have anyone to ask questions, the legal aspects or anything like that. And I didn't even know that a YouTube channel like this could turn into a full business. I knew you could make some money, but I had no clue the potential of what it could turn into. And over the past 7 years, I've made over $100,000 in my business. I quit my corporate job at a Fortune 500 company in June 2022 to run my business full time. I've helped and mentored hundreds of small business owners, and I've done a lot of wrong things in my business. And I want to help you not make those same mistakes so that you can avoid that frustration, fear, all of that. So put in the chat What would an extra $1,000 a month do for your family? What would that mean to you guys? What would that do for you? Put it in the chat. Breathe. Yeah. Pay outstanding debt. Help pay bills, relieve some burden, extra security and cushion. Yeah. Like I said, not necessarily living this extravagant life, but just having that, "Ooh, all right, we're good. We're comfortable." That's so important. Such a great place to be. Financial freedom. I love it. Yeah. Think about those things. Think about this as we're chatting tonight and as you're watching this and really start to think about it. 100K would absolutely reduce my anxiety and cover unexpected expenses without dipping into savings. Begin to pay off extreme high medical bills. Yeah. Imagine if you had 10 streams of income coming in every month. Half of it was passive income, and you only had to work 25 hours a week. That's 5 hours a day, Monday through Friday, or a little bit on the weekend and nights. That's it. Imagine that. 10 streams of income. It's totally possible, guys. Put yes in the chat. Who's ready to start an online business and make money from the comfort of home? Who is ready? I love it. Love it. Love it. Let's go. I am so excited. Yes, 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 yes. All right. So if you stay into the end, everyone that stays, I'm going to put a link in the comments to give you a free guide on how to figure out your first product or service, whether or not you decide to move forward with Dream It or Profitable, but it's only for those that stay until the end. So stay tuned for that. And I also have a fast action bonus if you choose to move forward. I'll give you an opportunity to join German Profitable, and then you'll have an opportunity for a fast action bonus where we can do a 30-minute Zoom call with me. And this is free coaching that I'm offering because you're ready to take action today. So keep that in mind as well, that a 30-minute Zoom call with me is on the table as well. Now, when starting an online business, I'm going to share with you my biggest business secret ever. And this is something that a lot of people, to be honest, get wrong. And if you don't do this correctly, you will constantly struggle. And I don't want you to struggle. I don't want you to make things harder than they need to be. If you don't do this correctly, then you're constantly going to feel like your business sucks, even though you have a really great idea. And that mindset can really put you off from doing something that you're meant to do. It could also make you feel like you can't do it, but you can, and beat yourself up or get discouraged and ultimately make zero progress. And that is, you must figure out your why. Now, your why could be different for different people. Is your why you want to spend time with your family, not just come home from work mentally and physically exhausted, where you just have to hand your kids their iPad just so you can have some peace of quiet and some time to take a deep breath, and that happens every night. Is that your why? Or maybe you had a really rough childhood, struggled financially, and you don't want that for your kids. Maybe you want to travel the world, or maybe you just want to save all of the dogs. Why? Why? What is your why? Is it saving the dogs? Is it saving the cats? You guys know Piper, my mascot here on the channel. Maybe it's your family. What is your why? And secret number one is you need a purpose. So how are you going to make a difference in someone's life with the work that you do? And this is really going to be a vital piece in starting your business. This is vital in the connection to you and the audience that you're going to be building. And we're going to be talking about different aspects of that. And it's not necessarily a YouTube channel. There's going to be totally other aspects of online businesses that you can start. But your audience, whoever it is, they need to feel your why. And this is also going to help with burnout. If you feel like you're doing it only for the money, it's going to get old quick. Trust me, I've been there. But when you're doing it to help people, that passion is going to bring you through. And so, how is a dog training course helping people? Well, maybe A family really wants that dog, really wants that puppy, but they can't afford obedience class. They can't afford anything. And so they're able to buy an online course teaching them how to train a dog. And that is really going to help that family. What about a cooking channel? How is a cooking channel helping people? Well, maybe it's helping the viewers learn how to cook for the first time, eat healthy, eat on a budget, or even do something like repair their gut health. That can change people's lives of learning how to repair that. What about a freelance editor? Someone's editing blogs. How is that changing people's lives? Well, maybe it's helping to build that connection with the blogger and their audience and really transform their life with whatever that topic is, or help make that content easier to digest and help it to be more relatable to the readers. That is huge and that can really, really help a lot of people. Beauty blogger. How is that helping anyone? That is just superficial makeup, beauty. How is that helping anyone? Well, maybe it's helping someone feel confident in their own skin for the first time, learning how to apply makeup or skincare for the first time. And that blog is able to help them and do that. That's amazing. And secret number two is you're wasting your time designing a logo, creating a website, workbooks, hiring a team. You need a foundation first, and that's a niche. So many people think that they can't start an online business until they have all of these things. And they think that they need a logo, the website, the workbook, the team, all that stuff that they can't even start their online business until they have all this stuff, right? How many have you seen this? Put number 1 in the chat and put number 2 if you have done it. People are focusing on the logo, focusing on the reasons why they can't launch their business yet, rather than focusing on niching down and building that foundation. And I know this because I did it. And when I first started my YouTube channel, if you guys are OGs and been here, I was all over the place. I started as a Dave Ramsey channel telling my Dave Ramsey story, and then I did book reviews and I did a Fitbit Ultra review because I had one, so why not do a review on it? I did grocery hauls and cook with me's and what I ate on Weight Watchers and what I ate in keto, and I was all over the place. It was tough, and YouTube didn't know how to categorize me. My viewers didn't know what they were getting whenever they watched my channel. It was a hot mess, but secret number 3 is if you speak to everyone, you will speak to no one. And this is something that honestly a lot of people get wrong. And a lot of people think that they need to be broad and they need to have all these different topics and all these different things and all these different video types and saying, okay, I can have the Dave Ramsey people and I can have the people that want book reviews. I can have the fitness people. I can have the Weight Watcher people. I can have the keto people. I can have the all day people, and that's more people, right? But what happens is when you're doing that, when you're speaking to all these people, no one's like, holy cow, she is speaking directly to me. You want your content and your audience to be so niche down and so specific so that people are like, yep, that is exactly what I need. So, what is your niche? Beauty. That's a great niche, right? Is it? Mm, not necessarily. Makeup for people under 40, minimal makeup routines, makeup for humid climates that won't melt away. Now, if you saw one of these and you were like, wow, that is exactly what I need. I live in South Florida. If I saw a channel or videos talking about makeup for humid climates, I live in Florida. That is exactly what I need. If I just see beauty, I may think, do they even know anything about South Florida and heat and melting away makeup or anything like that? So that's where getting super specific and niche down is really going to be helpful. Personal finance, that's niche down, right? No. Nope. How to stop living paycheck to paycheck, how to retire off dividends, credit card churning. That's really going to help to really niche down and help these people figure out what exactly you're talking about and how you can help them. Same with weight loss. That's niche down, right? Nope. Losing weight after a baby, keto, what I eat in a day vlogs, high impact exercises to burn fat. So as you get into it, you can really start to branch out as you expand, but in the beginning, you want people to say, wow, he is speaking directly to me, and that is exactly what I need. So we now know why we need to niche down, but how. So this is where we're going to figure out some of the skills that we have. So you have skills, we just need to figure out what they are. And we have a little bit of homework. So grab a notebook, grab a Google Doc, and I want you to make two different columns and write down what are your past jobs? What are all the different office jobs, the waitressing job, whatever jobs you've had in the past? What are the past jobs that you've had? And then what skills did you learn from each of those jobs? No matter what type of skills they are, write them down. And an example is office employee at an inspection company. So, what did this office employee do? Data entry, email management, Outlook, creating data graphs. And then what you're going to do is you're going to cross reference that with 5 to 10 people that know you really well and ask them what you're good at. Now, this may surprise you, but they may say something like, Kelly, you are so good at coming up with analogies and TV show references for almost every situation in life. And you're like, okay, thanks. That's a great compliment. I loved my friend. I love The Office. I love Gilmore Girls. That's wonderful. But how is that going to transfer to being helpful? Well, maybe you want to start working with a blogger. And this blogger is very educational, very dry in their content, and they're really smart. They have really great ideas, but it is just blah. And you just read it and it's just like, this is a textbook and this is boring and I'm falling asleep reading this. So, what you may be able to do is come in and spice it up, put in some analogies, put in some TV references to really get the reader engaged and really help to expand it and to lighten up the mood on this content. And that could be for a blogger, that could be someone just needing some emails written for their business where you're able to come in and really spice up the emails and make them more relatable. And that is a whole business that you can create right there, which is amazing. Another example is I have a friend, Liz, and she is a third grade teacher. And while she would be sitting in church, she would find all of the mistakes on the church bulletin. Like we'd be sitting there and it was just red pen, all of the mistakes in the church bulletin. And I would just laugh. I'm like, how does your brain go there? I just read the bulletin, I just read it. So what we did is we helped her turn that into an online business. She's now a freelance editor for two different blogs, and she makes $1,000 a month just editing these blogs. So the bloggers will send her the blog posts via Google Doc, and she will go in and edit them. And that's amazing. $1,000 a month right there. So, what skills do you have? Here's another example. David and Jessica had a dog training business, and we were able to turn that into an online business and create an online course. So film the training videos and have an online course that people could buy on demand. And when they wanted to get a puppy or if their dog was not being obedient, they could do it, buy it, and get all the training. And they only had to create it once, which is so cool. Film the videos, film the modules, and then there's passive income from there. So are you thinking to yourself, I have a small idea, but it would be nice to know to have an idea of where to go next. So phase two is going to monetize it. So we know who we're talking to, but let's talk about how we're going to make money from it. So online income streams. Now I talked at the beginning about all the different online income streams that we're going to have and that we're going to talk about tonight. So I'm not sharing about doing DoorDash or Uber, but here's some ideas. And there's so many more as well. But I want to start getting the wheels turning of what's possible and how you can make money online. Number one is a virtual assistant. And this is a amazing way to make money online. So for instance, virtual assistants, they help with social media management, sorting, prioritizing emails, pitching brands, invoice management, bookkeeping. They're helping brands or companies behind the scenes. So that way that brand or company can focus on creating content or running their coffee shop or running their business, that they don't have to worry about all the social media aspect, the emails, the scheduling, all of that. So most office skills that you would have, like when we went back to that slide about doing the skills from your past jobs, if you have office skills you would have in a W-2 job, most likely they can translate into a virtual assistant. So many people have these skills, and there are also people out there that want those skills that may not be something that they're good at, or they're good at it, but they just need to focus on a different aspect of their business. So that's why they're going to hire a virtual assistant. Another online income idea is a copywriter. So they could be writing blogs, writing emails, writing sales pages, email campaigns, social media descriptions, and ad copy. If you're good at writing creative copy, this is going to be for you. If you are good at those analogies, like with the Friends analogies or TV shows, this is going to be for you. Another one is an online coach. So you can have skills that maybe is motivating people and keeping them accountable. I offer business coaching as well as budget coaching. Now, I'm not a certified financial planner, so I have to be careful about what I'm sharing with them. I'm not saying invest in this or do this with your money, but let's come up with a financial plan. Let's work on your budget. Let's figure things out with your budget. And we have this amount of extra money, $500 extra a month. Let's figure out a game plan with it. So I'm able to do that, motivate them, keep them accountable, check in with them. And this is a really great way to have that extra income of keeping them accountable. Some other ideas along with this are a life coach, career coach, dating coach. Like think of Hitch, the movie Hitch, a diet and fitness coach, calculating macros for people, maybe even baby sleep coaching. This is something that I've seen a lot lately as a new mom, that I see people that will help you figure out the sleep times with your baby, and they have a whole coaching business around that, which is so cool. Another idea is YouTube. This is how I started, and honestly a YouTube channel is one of the best ways to create multiple streams of income, and you can make money off of the ads that come in. You can make money off of affiliate marketing and sponsorships in your own products. There are so many different options. Even if you don't want to be on camera, there's tons of different ways to create a YouTube channel, even without camera or anything like that. Another option is a freelancer. So a freelancer is similar to a virtual assistant, but it's more project to project basis, whereas working on a retainer with a brand. So a freelancer could be video editing or blog writing or similar to copywriting. And like I said, it's more of a block of time or project to project basis. Or creating online courses. So think back to the dog walker, or maybe you worked in HR your whole career and you are really good at helping the people that you work with in your everyday life transition out of a job and figuring out how to transition it from one job to a new job and moving up in a career, or how to do really good at interviews or using the skills that you have in your everyday life. And you can create a course around that, which is so cool. Another idea could be increasing your credit score, how to travel for free with credit cards rewards. So you have knowledge on all these different life experiences that you personally have. And it's so cool that you can create a course around that, which, trust me, you have more skills than you think you do. Another is starting a blog. So if you enjoy creative writing or educational writing, you have a topic that you're passionate about, ranging from becoming a mom to writing a blog about superheroes. Oftentimes, a blog niches the niche of what they're talking about is their journey from about 2 to 3 years ago. So how they were able to overcome, how they were able to get past that. Like for me, how I was able to pay off debt, how I was able to learn how to manage my money and become financially free. So think of where you were a couple of years ago, or if you're in the process of starting something new, if you're on the process of a new journey. I have a new Dreamer Profitable student that is starting a blog on depression and anxiety. And it's so cool to see how she's going to be able to help her audience and work through this. But also, I guarantee it's gonna be so amazing for her and her own journey as she's learning about these things and as she's learning about these topics and doing research and being able to connect with her audience, she's gonna grow so much as well. So that's such a cool thing about all of these online businesses, the growth that you have as a person, whoo, it's amazing. Another one is digital products. And digital products are a great form of passive income. You can create them once, upload them to Etsy, Shopify, your own website, and then people will buy them and it automatically will relist. And I've made probably between $15 and $20,000 over the past 6 years on digital products. So selling Excel templates and budget templates, debt-free trackers, money printables, and I have not put in that much time on them, which is really cool. So, do you have so many different ideas, but you don't know where to start? If so, be sure you stay until the end because I have that solution for you with that download printable. So, stay tuned for that. So if you try and do it all, you're going to end up doing nothing. And we're talking very high level right now. And when I work with my clients with Dream You're Profitable, I go step by step into each of these. So don't get overwhelmed. I know that is a fire hose of information tonight, but even with these online income streams, I'm not saying to do all of them. I'm saying pick one, maybe two, but this is just to get those wheels turning. And that's really going to help you to choose what's going to be best for you. So trust me, you don't have to do them all. And have you been there before? Have you started a business, but it turned out just being a hobby? That's how Dreamer Profitable student Alexis Stone felt. And same with Joanne. She said, I always loved having the idea of having more than one source of income, but I never had the clarity on what I could do or the knowledge on how to get started. So, mistake number one, working in your business versus on your business. So, you have 1 hour today. Which one should you do? Should you respond to YouTube comments or script and film a video? And this is something that a lot of people make. They think that they're working in your business and they think that they are being productive because they're doing something like YouTube comments, and YouTube comments are part of having a YouTube channel, right? Yes. But if you only have 1 hour, it's really important to maximize your time and use that to script and film your videos. So you want to make sure that you are working in your business versus on your business. So our goal, let's say, is to make 10,000 this year as a virtual assistant. What's going to help me to reach that goal? And I want you to think about using your goals to keep you on track with your productivity, and that's going to show you what you need to do to get there. This is the way that I really help to manage my time because I have ADHD, I'm a procrastinator, and I can get sidetracked. And so I have to think about the goals that I have and say, okay, Kelly, this week, this month, this quarter, what am I doing to get me towards my goals? And that's what I'm focusing on and taking away all the distractions and everything else to get me to my goal. So if our goal is to make 10,000 this year as a virtual assistant, what's going to help me hit my goal? Is it pitch 5 new clients a week, follow up with 2 previous clients a week for repeat work, write a blog post, set working hours, or share a testimonial on Instagram? What's going to help me get to my goal? Well, is a blog post helping me get to my goal? No, it's not. If I wanted this 10,000 as a blogger, absolutely. But my goal is as a virtual assistant. So this is where it's so important to have that one track mindset and focus on one income stream in the beginning and focus on that and grow it. So let's look at what is possible. And this is huge and this is so exciting. So, virtual assistant, you can charge about $25 an hour starting out. So, 10 hours a week at $25 an hour, that's $1,000 a month right there. $1,000 a month. Coaching calls. So, you have 14 coaching calls, advisor sessions a month at $75 an hour. That's $1,050 a month. $1,000 a month right there. 14 calls. That's it. Affiliate marketing. This is great for YouTubers, for podcasters, bloggers, all of that. So 20 affiliates and they're paying you $50 each. That's $1,000 a month right there. That's amazing. Digital courses. Say you have 5 courses that you sell per month, $200 each. Now you only create the course once. You create it, you upload it, and that's it. And you sell 5 a month, $1,000 right there. Now that 5 courses a month, that's $12,000 a year. That is amazing. And virtual assistant. Now say you charge $35, 25 hours a week at $35. That is $45,500 a year. For some, that's a full-time income right there. $25 a week, 25 hours a week, 45 grand. All right, let's look at digital courses. And like I said, the best thing about digital courses is they're passive, that you don't have to recreate them. And there's some that I've taken that are 100% written or 100% audio, that they don't have to be filmed and highly produced and all this stuff. The goal is the content, and that is what people are paying for. So 10 courses per week at $200. That's $104,000 a year. $104,000 a year, or $8,600 a month. That is incredible on digital courses. So put it in the chat. If you could implement this, how would the quality of your future improve? Deborah said most virtual assistants I know charge $75 to $125 an hour. And if you're really good, it's easy to start at that amount too. Yeah, absolutely. I'm lowballing it at $35. Absolutely. I'd be free. I love it. What would this do for you? Put it in the chat. I could travel more. I love it, love it, love it. Less stress. Good point. It would help increase savings. Yeah. More savings cushion. That's so important. Absolutely. So important. Is this something that you want to create for yourself? Is this something that you can see yourself doing? Less debt, having a strong savings for the future. Absolutely. Comment right now if this is something that you could see yourself creating. Absolutely. Deborah, right now. Tammy, right now. Cherie, right now. Misha, right now. I love it. Let's go. Let's do it. And that's exactly what Emily did. She realized when she stopped working on her business and started working in her business, her time was more efficiently used. And when your time is more efficiently used, you're going to make more money, right? Because you're working on the things that are going to generate that income and create more revenue. And that's what I want for you. And the way that you can do that is to follow these 5 phases. So, phase number 1 is to figure out your niche and your skills. We talked about that today, figuring out what you're good at. And if you don't know what you're good at, don't worry, because at the end, I'm going to help you through that and come up with a lot of ideas with my freebie that you're going to get at the end. I'm going to help you choose which one you can start with. Phase 2 is to monetize it, AKA make money. I want to help you make money. And that's the whole point of this. This isn't a hobby, but an online business. But in order to do that, you need to move into phase 3, which is systems, and setting up systems that can help you to stay organized, follow through, and keep on track. Phase 4 is how to sell. I'm going to teach you how you can do it confidently. And of course, phase 5 is goal setting and mindset. So you have to manage your goals and manage your mindset along the way. So, bottom line, out of all of this, if this can work for you, even if you have imposter syndrome, like you have no clue what you're doing, even if you have no previous experience, I have clients that technology feels foreign to them, computers feel foreign to them, but they're doing it and they're making it work. Clients in their 70s that are killing it, that are doing amazing. Even if you don't want to be on camera because that's not your thing and YouTube isn't for everyone, there are other options for you. And even if you have limited time and you're still working your 9 to 5, your W-2, or you're raising a family, but you have that dream that's bigger than your current job, Let me say that again. You have a dream that's bigger than your current job in your current situation. That's huge. But if you keep doing it the old way, right? If you keep doing it that way, then you're going to be in the same spot as you are today for who knows how long, missing out on creating passive income and also helping others reach their goal as well. You're missing out. So $1,000 a month, what would that do for you? So think back to what $1,000 would do for you. Let's look back. Less stress, more freedom, more savings cushion. It would help increase savings. Less stress, travel more, less stress. Stress is big with you guys. Deborah says, I truly believe that any of us can do this. If we are determined and intentional, we just have to start. Absolutely. I love it. So basically, you have two choices to make an extra $1,000 a month. The way that I see it is you're at a crossroads. You have a decision to make. You can do it on your own. You can make it work, and that could take you years. Could you get there? Yeah. But you may end giving up along the way, and doing it alone is hard. Trust me. I've been there, I've done it, I've tried it. It sucks. Or you can jump on the fast track, and that's what Dreaming Are Profitable. I can meet you exactly where you're at. I can give you the step by step path to take you and show you how to build your own business, whether it's becoming a virtual assistant, starting a YouTube channel, creating online courses that will provide income. So jump on the fast track and work with someone that can help you, a mentor that's been there, has walked the road, and figured out step by step the process to make it to start your own business, earning money from home, and it's not just doable, but it's a lot of fun. And I'm here to meet you where you are. So there's only so much that I can teach tonight in this online masterclass, which is why I've created this step by step course, the one that I would have wanted when I first started. So introducing Dreamer to Profitable. And when I was in quarantine several couple few years ago, my DMs were flooded. People were experiencing job loss, people were experiencing layoffs and pay cuts. And I got so many DMs of saying, Kelly, like, I need to increase my income. I need to make more money. I don't know what to do. So that's when I started. You follow me on YouTube. That's when I started to pivot my content of saying, okay, let's stop cutting every penny, saving, 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 saving. Yes, that's important, but let's also work on growing our income. Let's work on making new revenue streams and increasing that income. And so that's why I created Dreaming to Profitable and really started to help you guys to think outside the box and to hone in on the skills that you already have and doing it in a safe way during quarantine at that time and creating an online business for yourself. So, what's inside? We're going to get the all in one system to turn your ideas into income streams. Module one, create clarity and confidence in your business. Find your voice and your skills. And that's exactly what Priyantha, a Dreamer Profitable student, did. Now that he has the steps in place, he's moving forward, no longer feels paralyzed by fear. He's able to teach piano online from his home. And he had the passion and the idea, but he didn't know how to execute. So, module two, create your ideal target client avatar to develop effective marketing strategies. Module three, creating new revenue streams of passive income and diversifying your income. And Bess, she sent me this screenshot. She's a Dreamer to Profitable student of her first $100 that she made as a virtual assistant. She was so excited to make her first $100 and just had to send me a screenshot of it, which I was so proud. That's so amazing. Module four, learn how to use systems to stay organized, streamlined, and become more productive, which will ultimately make you more profitable. Jen is a Dreamer Profitable student. She said, I'm generally a disorganized person. I was very intimidated and concerned that I would not be able to figure out how to organize my time and resources to be successful. With this course that you have provided the solutions to those issues. I love it. Module five is legal. Learn the legal requirements of running an online business. There's a lot of them, and it's really important to get them right, but it's a lot more simple than you think. And since I'm not a lawyer, I brought in lawyer Erica Kohlberg. You may have seen her all over social media. She actually taught the legal lesson for you guys. and she talks about the legal requirements and disclosures for running an online business. It makes it super easy to understand and super simple. Module 6, create a financial plan to build a sustainable business, grow your revenue, know your margins, and a foolproof business budget. I love it. Module 7, learn the corporate sales strategies to increase sales and create repeat customers. So we're learning in this module how they do it in retail stores. What are those little things that they're able to do to help us to get sales and how to do it without being scammy? Emily is a Dreamer Profitable student. She said, I've managed to connect with my buyers in a way that now makes them repeat customers. I also hit $2,000 in sales once I learned how to better use my time. Module 8, build the mindset of a business owner, how to deal with jealousy, criticism, and increase action. Module 9, set strategic goals for clear focus, learn how to prioritize in order to hit your goals faster. Diana, Adrian Profitable student. I must say, while watching, I had several aha moments, especially when you talked about systems and reverse engineering goals. It's the discipline of planning that I have always struggled with. So, what else may you need to succeed? We got some bonuses. One of the biggest questions that I get is, do I need social media to run a business? And if yes, how? So I called in Allison Baggerly with Inspired Budget, she's just a pro. She really is. And she actually did a full masterclass as a bonus for you guys on social media. It is amazing, amazing, amazing lesson. And I love it. We did, I think it was like almost an hour worth of Q&A back and forth with Allison. So it's a lot of fun and you will learn a lot. Bonus 2, taught by a tax pro. So I bring in a tax pro and he's answering all of your tax questions and concerns. All of that also gives you some hacks on how to benefit from having an online business and some amazing tax breaks that you get as well. Bonus 3 is taught by a full-time freelancer, and she gives you the inside scoop on how to create a successful freelance business. Most of the things that she talks about as a freelancer also is going to apply to a virtual assistant and a copywriter as well. Bonus number 4 is monthly calls with me to help you troubleshoot, keep you on track, and I'm going to be there to ask questions, all of that, which is a lot of fun. So monthly calls with me. So how much time, money, and stress would this save you if you had this program? What would that save you? Think about it. Giovanni said, I love how organized this course is and breaks down the how of starting a business. Kelly truly hits on every possible topic when it comes to starting a business. She also offers actual research. It's not just anecdotal. It's actually proven to work. I love it. Exoria, I am not going to read all of this, but she's one of my favorite students. She is amazing. She has hit the ground running and she has just blown up with YouTube and any homework that I give her. She's also does my business coaching as well. So she took it a step further and did business coaching as well as Dreamer Profitable. But anything I give her, she just, all right, I'm in. That makes me nervous, but I'm in. Let's do it. And she's just been amazing. Also, with Dreamer Profitable, you get lifetime access and lifetime updates. So I ask questions throughout and I do a survey at the end. Is there anything that you want to be expanded on? And so this is something that they wanted, where they wanted digging into the best ways to follow up with customers would be really helpful. So I filmed a new lesson on that. So I'm constantly updating the course and constantly updating and sending you those updates as well. So don't do it alone. This is honestly something I really wish that I had when I first started, genuinely. And I really think that I would have been so much further along, so much faster if I had this exact course when I first started and the ability to ask questions. So Dreamer Profitable, it is a $397 value, the course itself. The social media masterclass with Allison is a $300 value. Bonus with a tax pro, $200 value. Q&A with a freelancer, $200 value. Q&A and co-working sessions with me, $300 value. And a 30-minute Zoom call with me is $150 value. So we're over $1,500. So I'm sure you're thinking, what does it cost? $1,500. That sounds amazing, but that's a lot of money. But yes, it's a lot of money. And I know starting out, from zero, can't possibly invest that kind of money. So we're not going to do $1,500, but you can get started tonight for just $198.50. So you get the entire program, all of the bonuses, everything for $198.50. If you go from my website, this is currently at $397. We're giving you half off since you showed up tonight. And better yet, I also have different plans for you. So you can get started today for as low as $39 if you want to do a 6-month payment plan. And that payment plan is going to help make it so easy for you, less than 50 bucks a month. And you can get started with the entire program. It's waiting for you. You don't have to wait for anything. It's ready, live, ready to go. Or you can also do a 3-month payment plan at $74.50 every month, or a one-time payment of the $198.50. So choose which one works best for you. And I do have a coupon code for you. And this link that I'm putting in the chat right now, this is going to automatically apply that coupon. So it is coupon code Masterclass if you don't see it there, but the coupon code automatically applies. So get ready. Let's get started. All you have to do is click the link that I just put in the chat. And like I said, that includes the coupon code. So if all this program did was buy you back 12 to 18 months of stressing alone, trying to figure it out yourself, would it be worth it? Ask yourself, what if it all did was give you the confidence and the clarity to create a successful business? Learn how to create multiple streams of income. But there's more, because I've got something good. So, fast action bonus tonight only. If you register tonight, any of the payment plans, if you pay in full, 6 months, any of it, then you get a free Zoom call with me. And you can do this now if you're ready to go and have questions now, or if you want to wait a couple months. If you want to say, hey, I want to go through the course, get it a little up and running, and then have my call with you, that's totally fine. Whenever you want to do it, we're here. Bess is a virtual assistant, and she went through Dream Her Profit, and she said, before the course, I was all over the place with what I was doing and barely making any money. I'm now making a minimum of $500 a month. It's not a ton of money, but it covers my groceries. Excuse me, it covers my groceries every month, which is honestly, when I first started, that would be life changing for me, of just $500 a month. Now, I do offer a 30-day money back guarantee. I truly believe that Dreamer Profitable can help you. So if you don't believe in the course will help you and you go through it, then I will give you 100% of your money back, full money back guarantee for 30 days. I truly, truly believe that Dreamer Profitable is going to help you create an online business if that's what you want and you're willing to put in the work. So just to recap, what are the different types of online businesses? So digital course creator, an online coach, a YouTuber, a blogger, a freelancer, a virtual assistant. And like I said, it doesn't have to be all of these. I would start with just one or two. And who is a good fit? So number one, you want to make some extra money. Number two, you want to see results faster than you would on your own. And three, you want a step-by-step plan. But who's not a good fit? So someone who wants to get rich quick, or someone who isn't willing to try and fail, or honestly, someone who doesn't want online business. If they want to do a different type of business, like open a coffee shop or start Ubering or something like that, this is not going to help them. This is for online based businesses. So get ready, click in the chat, and it's going to be amazing. And that is what is going to get started. So what happens when you click the link? So when you click the link in the chat, you're going to see a page and you're going to see these green buttons scattered throughout the page. If you click on one of those buttons, it's going to bring you to this option. So this option, you can have 3 different payment plans here. So you can do the pay in full, the best deal, the $397. These are all listed before the coupon is applied. So don't let that scare you. And then the code should automatically apply. If it doesn't, then type in Masterclass, and that's going to apply the 50% off code. And so you'll see here this one for $397, and then it's going to take off $198.50 and make it $198.50 there for you. And then you can complete your order, or 3 payments. $149 is the full price, and it's going to take off $74.50 for each payment plan. and then 6 payments of $79 for $39.50. And that 50% off applies to every single month, not just the first month as well. So keep that in mind. Now, I do offer additional community and teaching. So, Dreaming to Profitable is going to help you to launch your business and start your business. But what happens 6 months, a year down the road when you're really in it, you're killing it, your business is thriving? With this additional community, we really get a lot deeper than Dreaming to Profitable. And I bring in guest speakers, I do weekly additional calls on here, weekly lessons, all of that. So, you can add that to your order as well if you would like to. Now, the free guide, let's see here. Let me put this in the chat. In this guide here, this is going to, you can click that link and download the PDF, and that is going to help you come up with a online business. And it's going to give you a score. It has directions on walking through and coming up with that idea for you. So, questions, I've got answers. I sent out an email and this week. Yesterday, I sent out an email with a link for a form. So I did get a couple questions that I'm going to answer. And if you have any additional questions, put them in the chat and I will answer those questions for you. So you can start putting them in. Deborah said, done and done. So excited to get started. I love it. Deborah, who else is joining me? Let's go. So live chat is starting soon. Put your questions in the chat. Now, I do have bad news. I'm sorry. I don't like bad news, but I do have bad news. And that is this offer ends Friday. So why does this offer end Friday? Honestly, I reward those that take action. And this is really a lesson in even with social media and jumping on trends. It's so often that we have to jump on a trend with whatever may happen of content creation or different things like that. So sometimes we got to jump in. So jumping in, you're going to save $200. Like I said, this is typically $397, but offer ends Friday for 50% off. And you also get the free 30-minute call with me. So it looks like Deborah is jumping in. And Tammy asked a question, how many hours a week should I dedicate to the course? So the course, you're going to have lifetime access, Tammy. So you will have this course forever. And if you want to bang it out in a long weekend, like Friday to Sunday, you can definitely bang out the course. Or if you want to say, okay, I want to dedicate an hour or two every single week, and every Thursday evening, I dedicate an hour to the course, you can do that as well. So it may take you a weekend, or it could take you a month or two to work through it. But honestly, realistically, I think that you could get through the course if you're dedicating an hour to a week and doing the homework that comes along with it. I would say within like three to 4 weeks, you could bang out the course. And then I would also recommend going through it again in a month or two, because your brain is going to be switching gears. And as you accomplish some of the tasks, your brain's going to be like, oh yeah, now I need to learn about that. And my brain just kind of breezed over it because I wasn't at that point yet. So then as you're building your business and as you're starting, then you can go back to the things that you may have skipped because you just weren't at that point yet. Thank you. That's doable. Yes, I love it. And it comes with printables, it comes with lessons, downloads, videos. It is totally something that you can consume right wherever you're at, which is awesome. And like I said, you can get started today for only $39. And that is the 6-month payment plan. So I'm going to put the link in the chat as well. And this is the link with the ooh, we got some confetti here. As you can see, I cannot multitask my brain with the coupon code. Let's see here. Copy link, paste. Tammy said, could you share which platform you use, like Teachable? So it's funny that you say that, Tammy. I'm actually working away from Teachable and moving into ThriveCart. As a course creator, ThriveCart is a better platform for affiliates, because if you are a Dreamer Profitable student, you can also earn affiliate income as well, which is amazing, and earn 30% for other people that you refer to the course. And it's a lot better for managing that. It's a lot easier for you guys. It's a lot easier on the back end for us as course creators and moving towards that. So I'm actually working through leaving Thrivecart or leaving Teachable and doing Thrivecart for going forward. I'm actually working on a full Thrivecart course that I'm going to start filming it next week, actually. So that's going to be fun. It's actually going to be a free course on Thrivecart. But Teachable is also a great platform, but I personally like Thrivecart better, both for the user and for us as well. Let's see. I got a couple direct messages here. Thank you, Kelly. Easier is perfect. Awesome, awesome. So let's see. I also want to say that with something like this, with Dream It or Profitable, with these challenges and this offer that I'm giving you guys, it's easy to have those insecurities come up. It's easy to say, will this work for me? Can I do it? I don't know. I don't know if I have the skills to be a virtual assistant. I don't know if I can find clients. I don't know if I can start a YouTube channel. I don't know if I can do all that stuff. That was me. I honestly really struggled with that. And I'm honestly really surprised I wanted to do a YouTube channel because it's way outside of my comfort zone. It's way outside of anything that I've ever done. Public speaking is really hard for me. I get tongue tied. I stumble over my words all the time. I've probably done it 50 million times in this call tonight. But honestly, this business and starting an online business has truly changed my life. It's changed my life financially and the things that we're able to do now financially, but it's also changed me as a person. And I think back to who I was and I watch those videos and I can just see who I was and just the confidence that had built me, the relationships that I've built through both my audience and then also other creators, other virtual assistants, other podcasters and YouTubers and stuff. The relationships and the community of online creators is just so amazing. And it's truly, truly changed my life. Absolutely. Let's see. Tammy said, I get in my own way. Analysis paralysis. I hold myself back with lots of confidence. Absolutely, Tammy. I've been there so many times, and there's people that I have in my life that I've given them permission to call me out. And Allison Baggerly is one of those people where I've given her permission to say, Kelly, you are doubting yourself. You really need to push outside your comfort zone and just do it. And every single time that she's told me that, I'm like, all right, I don't like you right now, but after it's done, I'm so thankful that she pushed me. And I think that's so important for us to do and to have people in our life that can do that. And also just trust ourselves and say, you know what? I'm nervous. I'm scared. I don't know if I can do it, but I can learn. And I have dyslexia, I have ADHD, and reading comprehension is really hard for me. And learning different things is really hard for me. But when I think back to different things in my life, I'm like, yeah, it may have been harder for me to learn these things than a different person, but I was able to do it. And yes, it was harder, but it's possible. And that's amazing. So I'm going to answer a couple questions that I got and put other questions that you have in the chat. So let me see here. First question that I got via the Google form is how do you start in an oversaturated marketplace? So we actually talk about this in module 1 of Dream or Profitable and talking about how competition is actually a good thing. So many people think that there's so much competition on YouTube and I want to start, let's just say, a personal finance YouTube channel. And there's so many other personal finance YouTube channels out there. What's even the point? But when there's competition in that topic or in that field, that shows that people want it. That shows that people know to go there for that information. If there wasn't any competition or any other YouTube channels about personal finance, no one would know to go to YouTube to look up personal finance. No one would know that they can actually go to that platform to get that information and that knowledge. So the fact that there's other people doing it as well validates it and shows that it is something that people want and it is something that people need that information. So that competition is actually a good thing, and it shows that people want it. Next question is, I want to start a YouTube channel, but I'm afraid to be on camera. So we talked about this at module 3 of Dreaming of Profitable, and there are so many different YouTube channels that you can do without ever showing your face. There's even ones that you can do without even having your voice. And there are like voiceover ones, there's tutorials, there's planners, there's so many different ones. I'm actually working on a video where, in addition to what we talked about module 3, but I'm working on a video of coming up with, I think I'm at like 50 YouTube ideas that you don't show your face at all. I'm at 50 so far. So I have to film that video. It's for my second YouTube channel. But trust me, there are tons of different channels that you can do. And there's also different ways that you can get better at vlogging and you can improve. Like when I first started, I had, what was it, 40 something ums in 6 minutes. Now, when I film a video, I very rarely say in my videos. I've gotten better over the years, and there's different skills that you can do to practice, to get better, to improve your craft. And you can do things like filming while you're cooking and holding up your phone and being like, all right, guys, we're cooking dinner tonight. I'm making lasagna. And first, what we're going to do is cook the noodles and be sure to salt the water so that it tastes good and different things. And like looking into the camera, not at yourself. There's different things that you can do to improve on becoming more confident on camera. Let's see. Next question. What if I don't know what to create a business around? So we talked about this in module 1 of Dreamer Profitable. There's a whole module called Confidence and Clarity. And I'm going to teach you how to figure out what skills you have and how to create a business around it. So, like I said, the current skills that you have, what you already are good at, and then how we can form a business around it. Another question I got, where do you get the name Dreamer Profitable? I already answered that a little bit, but I came up with Dreamer Profitable by saying, all right, guys, it's quarantine. We need to figure this out and we got to make something happen. And just using the skills that we have and the big dreams that we have. I was always called a dreamer, and I was always made fun of for having these big dreams and being like, you know what? Yes, I had these big dreams, but I'm going to make them profitable and I'm going to make it happen. And I'm going to push the naysayers aside and not let them get in my head. And I'm going to make it happen. Let's see here. Will there be resources to show how to do all the basics for YouTube? Like I have an idea on how to record to YouTube platform. So Tammy, I have a lot of that in Dreaming to Profitable, but I can also come and work alongside with you as well. And then also in the extra support, I think it's $19 a month, that membership, I go in a lot deeper as well. And I show a lot more of the behind the scenes. I have a whole video of like start to finish of me editing a video, like uploading the footage and putting it into my editing software and doing everything, and then how to upload all that stuff. So I do go a lot deeper into that. And I'm always looking for requests or suggestions. So people are like, hey, I'm struggling with this. Can you do a video on it? And so we do that as well, which I love getting those suggestions. Next question is, I had a blog for a couple of years, but I'm not making any money from it. Will this help me? So absolutely. So Dreaming Profitable is mostly for people just starting out. They don't have any type of online business, but if you have an online business that's not making any money, or I would say making less than $1,000 a month, then Dreaming Profitable is still going to be beneficial for you and helping you to address those issues, figure out where you need to do, and then also how to add on more streams of income. We go through this a lot in module 3. So I definitely think that Dreamer Profitable can still help you, and it's going to help you turn that online business from a hobby and really turn it into a business and make those revenue streams. Let me see here. What do you think is the best online business for making money quickly? So a lot of it is how much work you put into it. But if I had to compare making money in the next 3 months. So say we had, all right, we have 3 months to have a profit. If you are going to become a virtual assistant or start a YouTube channel, honestly, you're going to make money faster as a virtual assistant than a YouTube channel. You can make tons of money over time as a YouTube channel, but a lot of times there's more back end work that you have to do or laying the foundation of a YouTube channel before you're going to make that money. Whereas a virtual assistant, as soon as you book that client and start working those hours, you can get paid right away. So, virtual assistant, freelancer, copywriter, those are going to make more money faster, sooner than blogging, podcasting, YouTube channel. So, I hope that makes sense. Let me see. Tips for selling digital downloads. So we talk about digital downloads in module 3 as well, where we talk about revenue streams. Big thing with digital downloads is niching down. So really coming up with that target audience. And like for me, I do money printables. So debt payoff trackers, different things like that. So coming up with those or whatever niche it is, or maybe your niche is chore charts or sleep trackers or progress trackers, the habit trackers, different things like that, or Excel spreadsheets for different things, but figure out that niche and then also learn the SEO, learn how to rank in search, learn the best ways to find the gem of having low competition and also having search volume as well. That's really going to help increase the sales. All right, I've got one more question from the Google form. So if we don't get any more questions in the chat, then this will be the last question. And let's see here. I'm going to put in the chat the link one last time here. Okay. Question is, I drive for Uber Eats. Is this for me? So if you want to continue making money that way, then no, this is not for people that do traditional side hustles or things like going out in Uber Eats or DoorDash or anything like that. But if you want to switch gears and to make money from home, make money online, then this is definitely for you. So if you want to stay home with your kids, if you want to do something, not have to get a babysitter, then yes, this is absolutely for you. So that is all the things that I have for tonight. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. This was an absolute blast. This was so fun. I'm going to be emailing the 2 winners for the gift cards after I go through the chat. But this was such a blast, you guys. So thank you so much for coming. And I hope you had a great night.